Okay, good afternoon to everyone. Today we will see about a topic that name is the Huffman coding. Now, first, before starting the Huffman coding, we will know what it is. So, Huffman coding is basically a compression technique. So, you know what is compression? That compression means reducing the size of the data. The meaning of the compression is reducing the size of the data. So that means it is used to reduce the size of the data or the message. So Huffman coding is basically is a compression technique. That means it is used to reduce the size of the data or the message. But one thing you should keep in mind that whenever you will reduce the size of the data, the content should be same. By reducing the size of the data, the content doesn't get changed. The content must be same, but only that we will reduce the size of the data. The content will be same as it is. So this Huffman coding basically works on this compression technique. That suppose the data is to be stored in a file. Suppose we have to store the data in a file so that the data can be stored in the compressed form so that we are able to store the data in the compressed form. So why this will be used? To reduce the size of the file. If it is very much problem if the file size is high, so that means what? We can reduce the size of the file by storing the reduced size of the data by compressing form, so that if we store the compressed data into the file, then automatically what? The size of the file will be reduced. So it is the case of storing the data into the file. But when this data is to be sent over some network, in networking, you will see there is some variable compression technique. In the sixth semester of your subject, there will be computer network subject. In that case, you will see that we have to send the data over the network for what? Reduced size. That now the data is to be sent over the network. If this data is to be sent over the network, then this data must be compressed before. Because why we do that? We using this, we will reduce the cost of the transmission. Means if we totally send that, how many bits are present, if we totally send that fully, then the cost of the transmissions of data will be increased. So that's why we done what? We reduce the size of the data by before transferring the data in the network transmission. So we reduce the size of the data so that our cost will be less. Our cost will reduce. So now we'll see how it can be done. So we'll see how it can be done. Let's say there is a message. There is a message present. You see, this is a message present. BCCA, BB, double D, AE, double C, double B, AE, DD, CC. So this is what? This is the total length of the message. Now, if you observe it, then how many characters are present here? There are 20 characters present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that means this message size is 20 bit. Means the message length is 20 bit. Now, these are what? These are all the characters. So that means we know that computer understand what? ASCII codes. Now, what is the full form of the ASCII code? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is the code that during your digital electronics, you know that ASCII code. This is the ASCII code. Computer understand ASCII codes. So we know the ASCII code is of what? ASCII code is 8-bit. ASCII code is 8-bit data. So that means our capital A has, as we know, ASCII code is 65. ASCII code is 65. If you see in the ASCII code table, that capital A is what? Capital A is 65. So that means Now, what we have to convert, we know that it is 8-bit. So that means we have to convert it, this 65, into binary format. So that means if we convert this 65 into binary format, then its value will be like this: 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So 8-bit data, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means 8-bit data. Same as that, capital B is what? Capital B is 66, and its binary code will be 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. This is the 8-bit format. Same as that, capital C has ASCII code 67, and this is the binary form of this. Same as that, capital D is what? Capital D is 68, and this is the binary form of 68. And capital E is 69, and its binary form is 8. Now, if you observe here, then what are the characters present here? Some characters are repetitive, but how many characters are present? If we see that A, B, C, D, and E, this total 5 characters are present, but our message length is 20 bits because some characters are repeatedly used here. So that means what? Our main characters are present what? These 5 characters are present: A, B, C, D, E. And what we know that they are ASCII code, and respective to the ASCII code, we convert it into the binary form. And if we convert it into the binary form, it will be able to 8-bit data. So that means here B is what? B is 66, and this 8 code will be present here. This 8 code will be here present. Same as that for C, we know it is 67. So that means that 8 code will be present. This C also has been the 8 code present. So that means what? Each character in this message, each character has what? 8-bit presence. So if that means what? Our length of the character is 20 bits, and each character has 8 bits. So total, the length of the message will be what? 20 into 8, because each character has 8 bits data. So that means what? Our total message length will become what? 20 into 8. That means 160 bits. Our total message will what? 120, sorry, not 120, 160 bits. 20 into 8. That means what? 160 bits. So our total message is 160 bits. Now, if we send this 160 bits over the network, then the cost of the transmissions will be increased. So that means what? We have to use the compression technique. So how we can use the compression technique? There are first a fixed size format is given. And after this fixed size format used, we reduce some of the bits, but that is not the optimized. For optimization, we have to use this Huffman coding. So, but first you see that first how fixed size bits in the fixed size case, how much it is reduced. And after that, we will see how using Huffman coding, we reduce the bits. So this is the normal message, and we convert it that this normal message is of length 20, and ASCII codes are of 8 bits. So each character has the ASCII codes. So that means 20 characters will have total 160 bits. So 20 characters will be present 160 bits. So it is the normal message. Now to reduce this, we will use the what? Now reduce this, we'll use the fixed size code. So in fixed size code, what will happen? You see some minimal changes we will do here. Some minimal changes. Now, if you see here, we will make a table. This is a table. We will make a table here for fixed size codes. Now, what we will do here, we will break it into the 3 columns. First, there will be character. Second will be the count or frequency, whatever you will choose. It's about you, that whatever you will choose, count or frequency. And third column will be the code. So that means we have seen that how many characters are present here. Total main characters are present here. What? Total 5 main characters are present here. But these characters are repeated. These characters are repeatedly used, but mainly what? Mainly only the 5 characters are present. Is A, B, C, D, E. So we will write what? The total characters we will write here. So A, B, C, D, E. These 5 characters are present. Now in the count column, we will make what? We will check how many times this particular character has appeared in the message. So you see, number of times A appeared in the message, number of times A appeared, 1, 2, 3. So that means what will be the count? The count will be our 3. Same as that, if we check the B, then we will see that the message or the characters, mainly the characters B, is appeared in the message 5 times. The character C is appeared in the message 6 times. Character D is appeared in the message 4 times. And character E is appeared in the message 2 times. So if we total add it, then we will get the total length of the message, that is 20. You see, if this total length, we will add this, we will get the total length. So total length of the message, we know that it is what? It is 20. So if we convert it, if we use instead of count frequency, then we will have to use what? We will have to use here 3 by 20, because inside the 20 length, inside the 20 characters, A is appearing how many times? 3 times. Inside the 20 characters, B is appearing how many times? 5 times. Inside the 20 characters, C is appearing how much time? 6 times. So 6 by 20. For D, how many times D is appearing inside the 20 characters? 4 times. So that's why 4 by 20. And this E is appearing how many times inside the 20 character? 2 times it is appearing inside the 20 characters. So that means either one you should use, but as for easy, you should use, I will say that you should use the count method. That in count, you will directly use the directly write that how many times it is appearing. Only that. So in the count, we have used that how many times the particular character is appearing in the message. Now, there will be another thing, that is the code. Now we have, in the previously we have seen that using the 8-bit ASCII code, we are converting the characters into the ASCII code, and from there we are getting the binary form, 8-bit binary number. But if you correctly observe that 8-bit, how we used for what? We used for 8 bits code for only representing the 128 characters. We have to use this 8 bits for 128 characters. Now, if you see that if we have to represent 2 bits, 2 characters, if we have to represent 2 characters, then we either use 0 or 1. By using 0 or 1, we 2 characters we will able to identify, because 0 or 1, using 0 or 1, we able to identify 2 characters. Same as that, if we have 4 characters, then what we use? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So that means what? 4 characters can be represented, and this 4 characters represented by how many bits? Only using 2 bits. You see, only using 2 bits, we can represent it. What? We can able to represent 4 characters. So 4 characters can be represented through with 2 bits. Now, for using 3 bits, how many characters we can define? Using 3 bits, how many characters we can define? 0, 0, 0. Then what? 0, 0, 1. Then 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 1. 1, 1, 0. 1, 1, 1. So that means from 0 to 7. From 0 to 7, we can represent using, that means 8 characters can be represented using 3 bits. So if we observe now in our code, how many characters are present? 5 characters are present. So for representing 5 characters, how many bits are required? Anyone? For representing 5 bits, then how many characters will be required?
3 bit.
Yes, 3 bits will be required. That's why this is not necessary for me for without using the 8-bit code. 8-bit code is used for what? For representing 128 characters. For 8-bit code is used for 128 characters. Then why I should use that for representing only the 5 characters? It is unnecessary use of me. Then that's why we represented it with the 3 bits code. So let's assume that capital A is 000. So we are using now only 3 bits. So that means what? It will be our 3 bits code. So instead of 8 bits, now we will use the 3-bit code. So we are assuming that capital A is what? We are assuming that capital A is 000. So that means what will be B? B will be the next element. Next element, A is first, then next element is what? Next element is B. So that means our next code will be what? We know after 000 there is 001. So that means now the B will be what? The B will be 001. So next after B what comes? C. So the value of the C, the code of the C will be what? The code of the C will be 010 because it is the next. After 001 it came 010. Same as that for D. For case of D, what will be our code? The 3 bits code will be 011 because after 010, 011 came. So that means what? It will be 011. Same as that for E. In this case, after D, E comes. So that means the next after 011, what will be it? 100. So that means if you see, now we have represented it using 3-bit code. So that's how fixed size codes occur. So instead of now, what will be our message? Previously, 8 bits are required for each character. Now for each character, 3 bits are required. So that means what will be the total length of the message? Our total length of the message, instead of 160, our total length of the message will become now what? Now it will become 3. That means 20 into 3. So it will be, instead of 160, it becomes 60 only, 60 bits. So the message length is reduced. If we use this format, the message length is reduced, 60 bits. But one thing you should have in the mind, there is something that you have to be in mind, that whenever this message should be sent, whenever the sender sends this message to the receiver, this encoded message, using this message, user or the sender has to send at this table, whatever the table we have shown, this table has also to be transmitted. This table has also to be transmitted, because if we didn't transmit the table, then what? Then our receiver will not able to retrieve the message, because how receiver will know that what it sends? If it doesn't send the table, then receiver will not able to decode that message. Receiver will not able to decode that message. This is if now you should familiar with this term, but this is all the thing are in the networking part, that encoding, decoding. Encoding means the compressing the message. Encoding means compressing the message, and decoding means decrypting. We can say the term decrypting or decompress the message to the original form. So that means what? If sender sends the encoded message, and what? Only this message will be given to the receiver, then how receiver will understand that what technique sender has used to compress the message, and how receiver will able to decompress that message. It is not possible for the receiver to decompress the message. So that's why we have to send this 60 bits, and with this 60 bits, we have to send what? This table. The table we have seen, this table is also to be sent to the receiver. Now, this table, when we will send that table, there is also something works. Now, if you see in this table, if we directly send like that A is of 000, B is 001, then receiver will doesn't understand anything. Receiver will not decompress the, able to decompress the message, and receiver will not able to understand anything. So that means what? To understand the receiver, the message should be sent, and along with this, the tables should also be sent. And what now? How many bits will be required for this table? Then how many bits will be required for this table? So if we take all these characters A, B, C, D, then how many characters are present? Total 5 characters are present. And we have to send the ASCII code of the character. We have to send the ASCII code of the character. We know that ASCII bit is what? 8 bits. We know that ASCII bits is of 8 bits. So that means we have total 5 characters. So 5 characters means what? 5 into 8. Because we know each bit has 8-bit ASCII code. Each character has 8-bit ASCII code. So that means it will become what? It will become 40 bits. And with this 40 bits, now you see the number of code is what? The number of code is 3 bits. So there is 5 code present. So that means what? 5 into 3. 5 into 3. So that means what? That means total it is 15. It is the total will be what? The total is 15. So 15 plus 40. That means what? 40 plus 15, 55. This 55 should be 55 bits should be added with the 60 bit of the message. So that means our total will what? Our total will become 60 bits plus 55 bits. This is total 115 bits. So total this 115 bits should be transmitted from sender to receiver. Okay. So that's at first, if we didn't use the compression technique, then you see we have to send 160 bits. But now it is reduced. If we follow the fixed size format, then it will be how much? It will be total 115 bits. So now you see the size is reduced. The size is reduced some 35%, 40% is reduced now. But Huffman says that this message can be again, and this message can be also reduced too much, because this is 115 bits. This message can be again reduced. We are able to reduce this message again. So Huffman says that there is the possibility that we can reduce this message also. This fixed size message can also be reduced, because it is not, it is only 30 to 45% reduction of the message. So Huffman used some code that is what? That is the, we can say, variable size code. Clear till now? Do you have any question?
सर
हाँ बोलो
सर, वो जो आप टेबल दिखाए थे ना सर, वो
हाँ
टेबल
हाँ
में
हाँ
पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर के लिए फिक्स्ड वैल्यू है मीन्स की सर वो टेबल दिखाइए।
हाँ हाँ रुको
अगर सर अगर ये टेबल में
हाँ
कैरेक्टर ए का काउंट अगर 4 होता तो सर फिर भी कोड 000 ही होता।
देखो काउंट अगर 4 होता, काउंट मतलब क्या है कि मेरा मैसेज में कितने बार वो कैरेक्टर आए हैं। बेसिक हम काउंट लिखने में मतलब है कि मेरा वो मैसेज में इधर क्या है, हम 3 इसीलिए लिखे क्योंकि 3 क्या है, 3 मैसेज में देखो ए मेरा 3 बार आए हैं। अगर हम देखते हैं ए कितने बार आए हैं, 1 2 3, ये 3 बार ए आए हैं, इसीलिए हम काउंट में 3 लिखे हैं। ठीक है। अगर ए मेरा मैसेज में 4 बार आते थे तब हम काउंट में 4 लिखते, उसमें कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, काउंट के साथ कोड का कोई रिलेशन नहीं है। कोड हम क्या किए कि देखो हम लोग का क्या है, एस की बिट्स हम लोग का 8 बिट्स है, एस की कोड जो है वो 8 बिट्स का है। अब 8 बिट कोड से हम कितने कैरेक्टर्स को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, 128 कैरेक्टर्स वी कैन एबल टू represent that. But if you observe it, then with 2 characters, how for representing 2 characters, how many bits are required? 0 or 1. Through this we can represent the 2 characters. So that means for you representing 2 characters we require 1 bit. Same as that for representing 4 characters, how many bits are required for representing 4 characters? We know 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. This, so that means what? Total 4 characters. So representing 4 characters, we require 2 bits. Same as that, if we convert it with the 3 bits, that means 0 0 0, then 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. So that means using the 3 bits 1 2 3, so 3 bits, using 3 bits, how many characters can be represented? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that means what? 8 characters can be represented through what? Using the 3 bits. But if you see the table, then how many characters are present in our table? 5 characters are present. So why we will use this 8-bit code? Why we will use it? This is unnecessary, and that's why what? That's why we will use the 3 bits code. Clear?
यस सर।
अभिजीत, ठीक है, आप
यस
समझ में
सर।
आया कि हम किस लिए 3 बिट्स यूज किए?
हाँ सर।
और कई जगह में क्वेश्चन? एनीवन? Is there any question? Apeksha, Anamika, anyone?
No question, sir.
Okay. So that's why we use the 3 bits code. But if we send this total 20 into 3, that means the message is reduced now, because for each character now we require 3 bits. So that means what? The message size is reduced, only 16 bits are required. But if we send this, if the sender directly send this 60 bits to the receiver, receiver will not able to anything, didn't understand anything. The receiver will not able to understand anything, because how it can know that what encoding technique and how this message is encoded by the that's why we have to send this total table. Whenever we have to send the message, with this message, this total table has to be sent. So now what, how this table will work? How many bits are required for this table? For the characters, if we see, for the characters, there are 5 characters present. There are 5 characters present. And each character has what? Each character ASCII value is, if we take that each character ASCII value is 8 bits. So that means 5 characters are present. So 5 into 8, our total will be what? Our total will be 40 bits. And the code is what? The code is of 3 bits. The code is of 3 bits, 1 2 3. So 3 bits. And How many codes are present here? 5 codes are present here. So that means what? That means total 15 bits are required. Total 15 bits. So the total bit required for the table will be 15 plus 40. That means what? 55. 40 plus 15, which will be what? 55. So this 55 will be added with the message bits. That means 60 plus 55, it is 115 bits. So the message, total message length will become now 115 bits instead of 160 bits. So this 115 bits will be sent by the sender to the receiver side. Okay. So now this, using this fixed size technique, what? Only 35 to 40% is reduced. But Huffman says that we can reduce this fixed size code also. This is not the, this can be again reduced also. It is not the, say that it is only the reduced format. We can reduce this also. So Huffman says that we will, this variable size code, which will still reduce the size of the message. It will still reduce the message. I will not able to show you that because the time is very much less, but only I will say that what Huffman says, next day I will show the format. But today you see that what Huffman says. Huffman says that we do not have to take the fixed size codes for the alphabets. Now, this here, we have used the 3 bits code, but Huffman says that we do not have to take fixed size code for the alphabets. That means instead of some characters, there should be 2 bits, there should be 1 bits present, or there should be all 3 bits present. That can be possible. That means some characters are appearing few times or less time, and few may be appearing more number of times. So if the small size code for more appearing characters, then the size of the entire message will definitely reduced. That Huffman says we do not have to take the fixed size code. We do not take this fixed size codes here for the alphabets. Then some characters, you see some characters or alphabets are appearing few times or less time. That means some characters are appearing less and few may be appearing more times. So if the small size code for more appearing characters, then if we take small size code, that means if we take that for more number of characters, we can take small size code, and then the size of the message can be again reduced. So Huffman code follows the optimal merge pattern. So Huffman have given an approach. Huffman have given an approach for getting own variable size code. That is, all the alphabets should be arranged in the increasing of order of their count. So that means what Huffman says? Huffman says that in increasing order, according to their count, they will be used. So that means if you see, in this case, 2 is the minimum count, 2 is the minimum count. So that means we will arrange them in such a order. That means those count is small. So means from descending to ascending order, from descending to ascending order, we will make the characters here. So if you see that what we have used E here first, because E is appearing only 2 times. Then next we use A here because this is appearing 3 times. After that, we use D. D is appearing 4 times. After that, B is used. B is appearing 5 times. And then we use the C. It is the most appearing number or the characters. That's why we used C here. So according to the number of counts from descending to ascending, we have represented that. Now, what technique we will use, we will see in the tomorrow's class. Okay. So till now, anyone has any question? Till now, anyone has any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So today I will not able to, because there is some process I have to mention here, but the time is so much less, so that's why I will not able to discuss in this today's class. In tomorrow, like in the tomorrow's class, I will discuss it. Okay. So give your attendance here. First, for the Chaivasha student, please give your attendance by scanning the QR code. So everyone has scanned the QR code?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then I am ending the session. So thank you everyone. And we will see what in tomorrow's class, we will first see what Huffman have done. We have only seen that what Huffman states, but in tomorrow's class, we will see that what Huffman have done, that this 115 bits are not the reduced bits. This 115s can also be reduced. So how much we can able to reduce it, we will see in the tomorrow's class. So thank you everyone. I am ending the session. So if you have any question, you ask. Otherwise, I will end the session. So I think no one has any question. So thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.